Shalom. For every spiritual problem, there is a prophet meant for it. Until that prophet is located, you will never find solution. So, connect with your prophet today and unlock the purpose of your life.
Shalom.
Okorobịa dị mma, Master Prophet, the awakened one, ihe kwuru na-eme. Okorobịa dị mma, onye amụma Yahuwah, the great seer, ihe kwuru na-eme. Okorobịa dị mma, Biafra spiritual leader, the awakened one, ihe kwuru na-eme. Okorobịa dị mma, onye amụma Yahuwah, the great seer, ihe kwuru na-eme. Okorobịa dị mma, Master Prophet, aka na-agwọ ọrịa, ihe kwuru na-eme. Okorobịa dị mma, onye amụma Yahuwah, the great seer, anyị sokwa gị n'azụ. Okorobịa dị mma, Master Prophet, onye amụma Biafra, anyị sokwa gị n'azụ. Okorobịa dị mma, onye amụma Yahuwah, the great seer, ihe kwuru na-eme. Onye amụma Yahuwah, the great seer, the difference is clear. Shalom and good evening. Welcome to today's program again. Well, today, as you can see, we are in the kitchen again, and Master Prophet is teaching me how to make pizza. I hope you enjoy it and then you stay with us. And make sure you share this video as well. So we're going to start any moment from now. So he can teach me what and what that is needed. I don't know how to make pizza, but I enjoy his pizza anyway because he makes the best pizza in the world. In one pan or one tray of his pizza, you can have 4 or 5 different tests in it, and it's absolutely lovely. You get what I'm saying? So enjoy it with me while it lasts, and I hope you're gonna learn something. Probably you can make one or teach your wife how to make pizza. Shalom. So I am waiting for Master Prophet. He's going to be with us any minute, any moment from now. He will be with us. So please, stay tuned and stay with me. Probably you can make one or teach your wife. So, the pizza, everything that is needed is as good as ready. So it's not going to take long. And then, I know you're going to grasp everything that is going to teach today concerning how to make a lovely pizza for your family. So, shalom once again. And thank you for joining us. Master Prophet, we are waiting for you to come on board.
All right.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Hello, Divine Mother.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
So today I'm going to be making a pizza for the Divine Mother.
Thank you.
And I hope the people watching can share the video. So now before I start, let me get prepared. Can I?
Oh yeah, go for it. But don't finish it. That's an apron. So a chef needs an apron in the kitchen. So I help you and okay. This way. Although he's teaching me how to make pizza, but I was not left out in trying to help him to put on his apron.
Let me clean the.
Okay. Yeah.
It looks like. All right. Continue.
Yeah, we're waiting for you. You are the chef.
We're waiting for them to share.
And we are waiting for you people to share as well. So that we can have more people online to enable us start. Thank you.
So. Okay, so now I would be introducing before you make pizza. You need tomatoes.
Yeah.
Okay, this is already chopped tomatoes.
Yeah. Chopped or blended.
Blended.
Anyhow you want it.
Anyhow you want it.
Yes.
So maybe we can come a little bit
Closer.
closer. Let's see the way it could be. So Divine Mother, it looks like we are backing you now.
No, no problem. I'm good.
No.
I can adjust a little bit.
So that is it. Let's see. So Divine Mother, do you like it this way or what?
That way isn't mine. It's okay, isn't mine.
Back.
I don't know.
Yep.
Unless I can adjust, no problem. Or you bring it somewhere here. But it's not a problem anyhow. It is. Okay.
So, Divine Mother will let us know. So now, before we start, so what do you say you want to ask me today? But let me just make the foundation. I am making some
Putting flour,
or they call it flour or whatever, on the pan first, so that it will not hold. Either you put oil or you put flour.
Okay.
Okay?
So that it won't get burnt.
Yes.
Ah.
Now you put oil or you put flour. But why I'm putting oil now is so that there will be no
So it won't be sticky. Or what?
Yeah. So I have already made the dough. They call it dough. The baking flour already. I have already made it yesterday. I did not buy this from the shop. I made it myself because I love to do it myself. You know, buying in the shop, you don't know what you got.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I have to get maybe the quantity we might need right now. I think this will be okay right now. So I can put it back later. So let's show them what we got. This is what we got.
Yeah.
See? I put some flour on it. This is it. Okay? That's what I'm gonna do right now. So I think I have to put more of the flour to get
Okay, I understand.
yeah, Italians, they do it this way. The Italians, they move it around. I wish I know how to do that.
Okay.
So right now, make it this way. I think I still have to add some oil on the bottom. Oh, divine.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Now you can use that one. You want me to open another one for you?
No,
This one is enough.
no, it's okay.
Okay. Okay, just add a little oil.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
on the pan,
Okay.
so that it can give me the flexibility that I need.
Okay.
So we can be talking while
Yeah, why you?
why the Facebook allow people to join.
Definitely they will allow it everywhere.
Okay, so I'm listening, Divine Mother.
Yes. While we are making the pizza, that is something, according to what you said yesterday, that Biafra will come through hostility or war.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Good. Go ahead.
Yeah, or war. But a lot of people, yeah, believes that it can be gotten through fasting and praying. So that it will be a lot more easier to get it through that way. So what is your take on that, if I may ask?
Fasting and praying. You see, there are two things you have to understand. For somebody to be spiritual,
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing.
Okay.
It's good for somebody to be spiritual. All right. It is great to be spiritual, but it is not good for somebody to be religious.
Okay.
All right. Our people are religious, but they are not spiritual. Okay. And when people are religious, it is destructive, because religion is a destructive force.
Yeah.
Now, I am removing some because it's too much.
Okay.
Because I don't want it to be like so.
Can I ask something? Have you put on your oven?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, thank you for reminding me. The oven is on now.
Yeah. So, but are you not going to tell them if it's on 50,
No.
150,
Now,
or 250?
I put the oven to 200 right now because I forgot putting it earlier, so I will put it to 250 so that
It will heat.
it will heat.
Okay.
All right, but later I will reduce it to 200. Okay?
Yeah.
Later I will reduce it to 200.
So that it doesn't bond the
Bond,
pizza.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So, for somebody to be spiritual is a good thing. Because spirituality is who we are.
Yeah.
We are not religious. Religion is something created by men. But being spiritual is what we are. Because we are spirit.
Yeah.
And even more. Yes, and even more, but then when the more can more.
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
So there are things that people say when they, like the case of somebody might say, for us to get Biafra, we need to be fasting every day. But one thing you have to understand is that these people are doing it in the name of religion, in the name of Christianity.
Okay.
And Christianity has nothing to do with the Supreme. It
Yes.
is something created by our slave masters, and that is the truth.
Okay.
Okay, that is the way it is. It is something that is created by our slave masters. So, for somebody using the word, we want to be praying and fasting. They are doing that. At the end of their praying and fasting, they will call the white man that never existed. You see, they want to do good thing, but they end up doing it with a wrong motive.
Yeah.
You see, the end justify the means.
Yeah.
They plan to do something good, but at the end of the day, it's no longer something good. You see, they are now doing it for religion.
Yes.
And they don't have that reward that's supposed to come out of somebody being spiritual. If our people look inside themselves, turn themselves to be who they are, spirit, one with the divine,
Yeah.
honestly, we can achieve more than as we ever thought. Because we have become that thing that we want, that who we are. And at that particular time, everything we want will materialize. Because we are no longer human, we are the divine.
Yes.
And the will of the divine are always established.
Yes.
You see? So if you are trying to fast in the name of religion, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, it is a program created by man. Just like, let's open up a club. We call it dancing club.
Yeah.
At the end of maybe 200, 300, 400 years, people change it, not longer dancing club, it is fasting club.
Okay. Yeah, I think you have a point there.
You understand? But we are still using the same venue, the same way,
Yeah.
everything. So we are no longer be dancing, now we only be praying to God.
And fast.
So how did it begin?
Okay, you were talking about the origin now.
The origin of things. So, because any of our people fasting, there are things that they have in their mind. They have the image of God in their mind. And that image of God is the white man.
Yes.
See, they have.
And not only the white man, the blood and how he was crucified.
Yes,
That's
yes.
a sober moment.
This is what they have at the end of it. What they think is
How
Jesus.
he suffered.
Jesus. And what they think is the white man God. Instead of seeing themselves as one with the divine, they are now seeing the white man God. And when you see the white man God, you miss the target.
Yeah.
Anytime you are praying or fasting or doing anything, anytime you are fasting or praying and you visualize the white man God, you missed it.
I understand.
You know what I mean? And most of our brothers hearing me today, each time they call God, they think about the white man sitting on the chair.
Sitting on the throne.
On the throne. So they missed it.
Yeah.
So if you say, let us pray and fast today, we're not going to eat. Father, in the name of Jesus, I take authority over this situation. I bind all demon forces. You missed it. Now, you are using something that never existed to give a command to the universe. The universe will say, what the heck? Who the hell is Jesus?
And that can get the universe confused.
The universe will be confused. It's just like you tell your child, go and bring me a knife. And the child went and brought it and he said, no, not this one. Go and bring me the other knife. But you were telling the child, go and bring me a spoon. You confused your child.
Yeah.
Okay?
Then he brings the kitchen knife, or
And
the table knife,
yes.
or the machete.
So that is a problem. So you must make clear to the universe. Or you send your dog to go and get something. You have to be specific.
Yeah.
Universe is just like a dog, which you send a message. Before you send a message to a dog, that means you have already trained that dog to understand the symbols.
Yeah.
Before you say, dog, go and get the ball, go and get the ball, the dog has already known what is ball.
Yes.
Or go and find your ball. The dog has already known that he has a ball.
Yeah.
You understand?
I do.
If not, the universe goes there and the universe will come back with empty hand.
Yes, but what about in some cases when some pray with the name Jesus Christ and something still happen? Their prayers are still answered, so they believe that it's that name that they are calling that is giving them answers.
No, it is written somewhere in the Bible. I think in Ephesians 20, it said, God can do abundantly above all that you think and ask according to the power
that is in you.
That is in you. What does it mean? These slave masters cannot tell you that the God they created doesn't work. But rather they write it down. But they write it down. And not everybody can understand what's written down by the slave masters. Now,
because you're not awakened.
Because you're not awakened. They said the Supreme can do all things.
According to the power.
As more than as you ever imagine. But according to that power that is in you.
And what is that power that is in you? They don't want to tell you.
And that power is that Supreme that is in you.
That is what I'm saying, but they hid it.
They hid it.
They will not let you know because it is a secret.
That is it. Because if they let you know, you start chasing the Supreme. And you don't chase the God that they created. And when you start chasing the Supreme, you are a problem to the slave master. That means you will seek independence.
It's true.
When you chase the Supreme, you realize the Supreme, you become the divine, then you are now a threat to the slave master. Because the slave master wants you to worship them.
Want you to be a dummy.
Want you to be a fool.
Anywhere they take you, you stay. Sleep here, you sleep here.
So, Divine Mother, as we begin, I'm going to add salt into the tomatoes.
Yeah?
I'm going to add some salt. Although this thing was also...
Did you add fresh pepper?
Yes, sir. I forgot. is also salted.
Okay.
Wow, this, yes, you're right. No problem.
So you're going to pay me for reminding you.
Yeah, I will. Oh my goodness, I don't want to deal with this pepper. My goodness.
Too hot.
So we're using two.
Yeah.
So we're using two pepper. You
It's
know?
really hot anyway.
Is it okay?
Yeah. I think that will do.
So this is real pepper.
Fresh pepper.
Fresh
Of
pepper.
different kinds.
Yes.
Mixed together. Because I love it.
Yeah.
My chili to be very hot.
And where do we have onion?
There. And
Do you have garlic here? No,
We have-
stay where you are.
we'll have garlic. I know.
Stay where you are.
I'm just trying to assist you in a little way.
So I am adding up garlic. So please, if you have any questions, you can ask Divine Mother. Later, Divine Mother will reach out and get your questions. So that's why. So when once you are fasting, and at the end of your whatever you tell the Supreme, you remember or you think about God, the God of Christianity, at that time you have missed it. So, as you said, why is that some people sometimes they pray, they call the name of Jesus and they pray, something happened?
Yeah.
It's not the name of Jesus that does that. It's the power that is
inside of
inside
them.
of them.
Unknowingly to
Unknowingly.
them.
Unknowingly to
Unknown
them.
to them, yes.
It's just like a dog running around chasing its tail. The
The
person
shadow.
you are shadow. The person you are calling is inside of you. The person you call to come down from heaven is inside of you. Is one with you. You are
Until you activate it.
until you activate it. If you become that thing you are calling, anything you say will be established. But remember, it's according to the power that is in you. And according to your gifting and your abilities. Alright?
Yeah.
All of us are one with the divine. But not all of us are gifted to do all things.
Yeah.
Okay? My finger is different, so like yours.
Yeah.
You see? So we have different giftings. I'm not talking about Holy Spirit. No. So I'm not talking about Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
The gifting.
So what else are you adding now? Sorry.
I'm adding onion.
A bowl of onions.
I'm adding a bowl of onion. Sorry. I added pepper,
Garlic.
garlic, and onion. So I'm going to blend
Blend
them together. Okay? So I will. It's in there, right?
Okay.
Whoops.
It's too much.
It's too much water. So good. Sorry, it's gonna be loud.
Yeah. Just give him 2 minutes. He'll be done.
So, what the heck? did.
Yeah, but you added nothing.
I have to. Because here is salted.
Okay, the flour is sorted too.
Mm-hmm.
Yee.
So now, okay, so go on with your next question. Or have we finished on this?
Yeah,
Have I
I
answered the question?
yes, you've answered the question, and I hope our brothers and sisters and our viewers too are getting it. Please, if you have any question to ask regarding what we
pizza
are doing,
or
the
whatever,
pizza
or
or anything, fine. Because when we talk about this Biafra issue, Facebook won't let us last for 30 seconds. So we have gotten an idea of some other avenues of how to use and chip it in on what we want to say or what we want to talk about. So that is it. Now, you've heard what Master Prophet said about the power that works inside of you, the power that is inside of you.
Yes.
So it is that power that activates or triggers the universe, to answer or to obey any command that you have given.
Now, I'm sorry, Divine.
Yeah.
There is a movie we used to watch, that Genie. Remember, there is one Alibaba, something like Genie. You said you call Genie appear, the Genie will appear.
Yeah.
That is the universe. The universe will say, I'm here to obey your command.
Yes. Like a confessor, confess me.
Okay, now, confess me. So the universe is our confessor, or we confess the universe. The universe is there to obey your command.
Yes.
But you have to understand the principle, how to command the universe to do your bidding.
Yes.
So when you say, universe, I command thee to appear, universe, I command thee to appear, universe, I command thee to appear. When universe appeared, there is a word which I cannot speak now, because if I say it, a lot of people will understand. Alright? Now, there is a word you will say. The universe will understand that he doesn't understand his authority. Instead of the universe to work for you, you are now working for the universe. Instead of the universe to serve you, you are not serving the universe.
My God.
Instead of your servant to serve you, you are not serving your servant. I think Sister Estefan wrote something on the computer. You can see it on the big computer, Divine.
Yeah, okay. No, I think she's answering to someone.
Okay.
Let me read that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's...
Okay, I think she's answering someone. Yeah, she's MNK's sister, younger sister, or something.
So go ahead.
Yeah. No, okay, you're done with that.
Yeah.
So you've heard what Master Prophet have said concerning you serving the universe, and the principles you need to understand for you to be able to bring down the universe to your bidding. So you confess the universe.
Yes.
You become the father confessor or the mother
You are
confessor.
the mother, father confessor.
Whatever you tell the universe to do is what the universe obeys.
But you have to understand the principle.
But you have to understand the principles of the universe, the principle that guides the universe, that will give you that power and the authority, so that when you speak, the universe will be quiet and listen.
For example, it's written in the Bible that the angels are the ministering spirits.
Yes.
What does it mean? The angels are the ministering spirit. It means that when you see an angel, you don't need to bow to an angel.
No.
But our people bow to an angel. Yes. So when you bow to an angel, the angel understands that you don't know your authority.
Yes.
You're supposed to command the angel because you are the father confessor. The angel is supposed to come and say,
my Lord,
you summoned me.
You summoned me. What can I do?
You summoned me. What can I do? Divine Mother, you summon me. What can I do? Then you will give a word to the angel or to the universe according to the principle, according to your authority that you have. And when you speak the word, that's why he said, each word which I speak shall never return to me void. But it must accomplish the purpose that I sent it for.
Absolutely.
So you are the divine.
Yes.
The universe are subject to you. You
command
the universe.
Yes.
So when you summon the universe appear. You have to tell the universe according to the principle, according to the codings, what you want.
Yes.
And the universe looked into the book, said, yes, it is there, and the universe will go. So when our people are fasting, because they want to have Biafra, they are fasting and praying, sacrificing, fasting and praying, sacrificing, fasting and praying. At the end of it, they say, in the name of Jesus.
You have
spoiled everything. Because number one, Jesus doesn't exist.
And the universe don't understand that language.
And the universe don't understand that language, Jesus Christ.
Because it's not there. From time immemorial.
Time immemorial. It looks like our brother and sister Rina said, wow. Okay, shalom.
Shalom.
Okay. So that's it. So,
yeah.
Did I answer that question?
Yes, you did. There's another thing that I want to say. I know that our people, we've gone through a lot. We are passionate about Biafra. We want this Biafra more than anything else.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
And most of us are willing to sacrifice our life today and said, if that will give us Biafra, we're willing to do that. But there is something that I want to understand. A lot of people don't care how this Biafra comes. They just want this Biafra to come this minute, this second. And what is your take on that? It doesn't matter whether you're sacrificing 1 million people. It doesn't matter whether you are going to behead and give it to a god. It doesn't matter. They don't care how it comes, but they want it to come by any means necessary. So what is your take on that?
Okay. You have to understand.
Because, no, let me finish. Give me a second. Because I know that this generation that is pursuing Biafra, that want independence, that want freedom, that is desperate for this independence.
Yes.
I know that the way we pursue this, the way we get it, is going to be the evidence of our lifetime in generations and generations to come.
It is written in the Bible. I am not quoting the Bible as the final authority, but I'm just trying to say, the kingdom of God suffered violence.
Yes.
And those who are violent
take it by force.
Take it by force.
Yes.
Okay? Now, this is the things that the slave master said.
Yeah.
That those people are violent. The only way you can conquer them is by
it's through violence.
Is to brutally dealing with them. This is what they say to us. That the black people are too violent.
In order to subdue them.
The ancient people are too violent. The only way to subdue them, to get them, is to be violent, to get by force. You go in there, you destroy their land, you break them, you kill the women, you slaughter the men, and that's about it.
Take some into captivity.
But if somebody that has no understanding of the Bible now would think that the Supreme is telling us that. But this is the practice of the slave master, how they subdued us.
How they conquered our forefathers.
How they conquered our forefathers.
Amazing.
Amazing. That is awesome. So I want to add champignon. Mushroom.
To the pizza. And then, can I remind you about corn?
Yes. So. Yeah, I'll wait.
Okay. Because if it's not there, I'll get from the other side.
No problem.
Okay. You need a chopping board?
No, I have. So go ahead.
Okay. So, are you done with your...
With your what?
With enlightening us with what I just said?
Yeah.
How it come, nobody cares. Let it just come.
So
because for me, I don't know what I want to draw more light because I have something to add on that.
Yes, I have to.
Okay.
You have to understand that understand that.
No. You still have to tell them what you're putting in.
Yes.
Cheese.
I'm sorry. I'm going to put cheese on it.
Yeah.
This is cheese. You know.
Cheese, mushroom.
And I'm going to put mozzarella.
Show them the mozzarella, please.
This is mozzarella. It's more with the milk. The milk is been heating for maybe 10 hours or something, and the milk will, you know, have foam.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you asked me a question that the people of these days don't mind how Biafra come.
Yes. Because of the desperation and what we have gone through.
And you see, it's not good when people are desperate, they can do anything. And at the end of the day, they regret. Sometimes when men are desperate,
they're bound to make a lot of mistakes.
they're bound to make a lot of mistakes. And sometimes they tell them, bring your family member for sacrifice for something. And at the end of the day, that thing might not work. And your loved one is dead.
Yes.
You understand?
And you live with the trauma.
And you live with the trauma.
For the rest of your
For
life.
example, 400-500 years ago in Biafran land, some of the native doctors and the kings will say that the oracles, that the gods, that the ancestors has said, bring somebody for sacrifice,
Yes.
for the betterment of the land.
Yes. Somebody go and bring out a daughter.
Maybe there is a fair little girl that looks so beautiful. They say, oh, she's
The one.
she's Mami Wata, she's the one. Or maybe the girl refused that the native doctor will marry her.
Yes.
And the native doctor will say, the oracle has spoken, let's bring this girl
And sacrifice.
and sacrifice to the gods so that the crops will grow, so that the yam will grow,
Yes, so there will be abundance in the land.
so that there will be abundance in the land, so that there will be peace in the land. You understand? So a lot of people did all those things through desperation. They are so desperate. They want something, they want peace in the land, or they want the land to prosper. So because of that, there are somebody who is going to play, somebody that are always people willing to give the people what they want. You understand what I'm saying? So, if you look back what our ancestors did for 600-700 years ago, if you look back the way we sold our children to slavery.
Into slavery. Ah.
Some of them we send them to America, some of them we send them to Caribbean, some of them we did this. This thing started by thinking that you can sacrifice something to the gods.
Yes.
You know, it came a time that gods only eat egg. It increases when gods want chicken.
Chicken.
It increases that gods don't want
goat.
chicken anymore, they want goat.
Goat.
It increases that the
Goats
gods
to
don't want
bulls.
goat anymore, they want ram. It increases that the gods don't want ram anymore, they want virgins. It increases that gods don't want it, they want the first son of one mighty man. Maybe the man has a lot of land. And the native doctor will come and say, the God said, bring their first son. Knowing that the first son is the one that's going to inherit all the land.
My goodness.
And the king will say, yes, the oracle has spoken. Your son,
And so shall it be.
either your son will be sold to slavery as a sacrifice, or your son will be sacrificed to the gods
Of the land.
of the land. So, if you look back,
And because the native doctor or the chief priest is the final authority.
is the final authority. Nobody can challenge him.
Nobody can challenge him.
And that's why today, in our people's life, the Bible is the final authority.
Yes.
But the master prophet is challenging the Bible.
Did you hear that?
Because I come to understand that it's not final authority. That's not truth in the Bible, in it. Understand? So, if you look back what our ancestors did 400-500 years ago, of sacrificing our own children to the gods, to the woods, to etc., etc. And upon all those things, white people still occupy their land. You see, it's written somewhere in the Bible.
And made away
with everything, with
treasures of the land.
That they are gods. Made away with that gods that are sacrificing human beings.
And they allow the gods allow the white men to take them into captivity too.
Into captivity. Because you are serving something that's supposed to serve you. You are serving something that's supposed to serve you. You are now protecting something that's supposed to protect you. The gods supposed to protect you. And now you are the one protecting the gods. Because if the gods are powerful, they should protect you.
Yeah.
But our people become so foolish that they are now protecting the gods. If you do that, the gods will be angry. If you do that, the gods will be upset.
Why are you supposed to tell the gods what to do for you?
Why are you supposed to tell the gods how to bless your land? You're supposed to tell the gods, if you don't make the grain to grow this time, we're going to burn down this thing and choose another wood to represent us. Or we'll go to the neighboring village and bring their own gods into the land.
Yes.
The god will hurry up and do something. And you have to understand that those things are energy in the land. Sometimes, most of them might be negative energy. Because positive energy will not allow you to kill your own offspring. Anything called God that said, bring a blood of a human being for sacrifice, that thing is a negative energy.
Yes, it is. And most of these priests were not honest.
And most of those priests they're not honest.
They were there doing the biddings
of their own hearts.
Yes, their selfish desires is what they want to accomplish.
Yes. Alright? So there's the problem. So for sacrificing, our people must be careful. Because if you look back what our ancestors did years ago, you are not happy how they killed a lot of people in the name of
Osu, outcast.
Outcast. Go to India, it's still a problem today.
It's still a problem in India?
In India, it's outcast everywhere. Low caste, outcast.
High caste.
High caste. So if you go back, if you look now, if you go back what our ancestors did, how they destroyed their own people, you will not be happy. So I will caution our people, do not make any sacrifice in the name of Biafra. Unknowingly, Biafra has sacrificed a lot during the Biafran War.
More than a lot.
And your family has also given a lot in the name of Biafra. Your father gave his throne for IPOB. That is a sacrifice.
A big sacrifice.
It's a big sacrifice. So we don't need anybody to sacrifice anything anymore. All the sacrifice has been made years and years and years and years ago.
Even
it is done.
Today.
What we want is people to be awakened, realize that they are one with the divine. They are the divine. You are sacrificing yourself, something that's supposed to sacrifice itself to you. The gods supposed to die for me.
Yes.
I'm not supposed to die for any stupid god. If you are God, you're supposed to die for me. You're supposed to protect me. If somebody wants to come and destroy the shrine, go ahead and destroy it. If the God is powerful, let the God wake up and defend itself. If the God is not powerful, forget about it. Go and create another shrine. When people have this understanding, they can never take any life in the name of God.
Yes.
And it is dangerous when somebody that call himself, somebody want to be a spiritual leader, begin to impose his or her opinion on the people. Said, for example, this month or this year, no man is going to have sex. Or for example, that God spoke to him or to her that we should bring some virgins that's going to be praying for Biafra. How long will those virgins pray for Biafra? And if those virgins agree, something will change one day. It will be no longer praying for Biafra. One day, that person will rise up and say, God has said, I should be the one to disvirgin you.
So that pass my hand.
And when that sister will allow that, or maybe she became pregnant, the next thing will be, God has spoken that we should sacrifice you. This is how our ancestors took advantage of one another in those days. Biafra is something that's supposed to be different. We're supposed to be different. Different from how other people are doing business.
Yes.
It's written somewhere in the Bible. They said Moses, God said to Moses, or Moses said to God, the people want king like other nations. They said that the Supreme said to them, oh, you want king like the other nation. Okay, those people will treat you the way they treat their people. How did they treat their people? They kill them, they eat them, they use them for sacrifice, they do other things. I'm not saying that Moses exists. Moses never existed. I'm just using something that is written in the Bible
As a reference.
as a reference. Moses never existed, never. So you must be careful when somebody said, God has spoken to me. All the men have sex this week. All the women pray and fasting. No sex. Tell their husband. When women obey that once, this man will come back again and say something. Because this man now is intruding into their private life.
Into taking the authority of another man.
Taking the authority of another man. Your husband is your authority in your own home.
Yeah.
The father is the authority of the girl. You are telling another person's daughter to remain a virgin because you want Biafra to come, without asking the father of the girl.
Or the mother.
The father, the head of the family. So you have violated the principle of the universe. Because the head of the family is the man. Is the father of the girl. Or the brother of the girl, which is the first son. So because he said you are a pastor, or God spoke to you, and at the end of the day, nothing spoke to you. It is the deceit of your own heart. Alright? Do you get me, Divine?
Yeah.
So now, I forgot something. I'm going to add corn. That is something else I'm going to add into this pizza while we talk. I'm going to add olive. Excuse me. I'm going to add olive. So, did I answer the question?
Yeah, you did.
So, we have to be careful when you use the word sacrifice, because that word has caused a lot of problem in the past. Have you watched the video they call Shaka Zulu?
Shaka Zulu.
Shaka Zulu.
Yes.
The guy was a great man, and he became obsessed with power and wanting to protect his land, wanting to please the gods. He started sacrificing. Even at the end, when his mother passed away, he sacrificed thousands of people. And this is how the white people came. The white people came and told the people, look at how he's killing you because of his dead mother. And from there, they turned their heart against him.
The people against him.
And that's why they killed him. And that's why people now then jumped in because of power vacuum. That's how they took over that land. They destroyed it. So, I hate the word sacrifice. Because when I hear the word sacrifice, it rings a bell. What our people did. 100 years ago in Biafran land, it was catastrophe. One native doctor, during one yam festival, they would say, this person has done this, we'll sacrifice him. And they killed the person.
No, what are you talking about? Even when the king dies, they bury the king with 7 heads.
When the king died, they buried the king with 7 heads.
At least with 2 heads.
Because people don't know the value of who we are. That the God we are talking about, we are. You cannot sacrifice yourself to God. The God is supposed to protect you by sacrificing itself to you. So, and I like adding ananas, pineapple into my pizza. The brother Henry wrote something.
Why is Brother Henry Chike says, why is God afraid of women menstrual blood? Why is God afraid of women menstrual blood?
Now, the problem is that everything comes from a woman. Woman is the power of this universe. And the menstrual blood, you see, it's just like the triangle of this, the ring that we call the Jewish ring or the Star of David. The symbol of that Star of David, the meaning of it is the female energy and the male energy. That is what it is. That is the symbol of it. So in this world, woman is the beginning of everything. That's why if anybody said to you, don't make love to your wife or whatever, those people don't have understanding of spirituality. Thousands and thousands of years ago, the way they have power is by making love. The high priest make love. And that's why I am against these people, this brother. In fact, telling some Biafran people that they should be virgin. That they should be virgin. That God wants some certain virgins so that Biafra will come. One day this brother will come. It will come to his understanding that God wants the virgin to be raped on the altar. You see, there is power in when you make love. There is energy. So the female blood, whatever, as you say, the menstruation, it has power. It has a lot of power. It can break so many spell, and it can be used to make different kinds of spell, which I cannot declare right now. Maybe I can say it in the mystery school. So brother Henry, you can remember me so that I can teach that in the mystery school, because this is not something I can begin teaching everybody here and then they begin to do, some, our people, you have to be careful what you say, So I can teach something about the women menstruation and the blood, what it represents. It's spiritually, it's not something I have to talk. That's why they always pray on women, because they understand that there is power in women, and always, every time they want to sacrifice to God, they need a woman. And most of the time, they first of all, the high priest have sex with the woman on the altar.
Before sacrificing her.
Most of the time. You see? So because thousands and thousands of years, this is how to come to a certain state. You always need a woman. And it is foolish, those who are abstaining from a woman. Look, I am not saying if you are not married, you better lock that thing up. Just lock it up and throw the key away. Okay? If you're married, you need to be making love at least 21 times in a day. I say in a day. Sorry. In a month. So, sorry. Don't be scared. Okay. So, I like to add corn on my pizza. So thank you, Brother Henry, for that question.
Yeah, and there's something I want to add again.
The brother said, do not play with.
No, I said true prophets don't play with love making.
Okay.
I vow. Okay. But this thing Brother Henry said now, or this question he asked, but there is a place that I have read, and most of us have read in the Bible, that says that you do not touch a woman when she is unclean. Mm-hmm. Being unclean means when she is on her cycle or on her monthly period, mm-hmm. or when she is menstruating. Mm-hmm. So, Master Prophet, what are you going to say about that? It is a popular verse in the Bible which most of us have come across. Mm-hmm. So, what can you say in regards to that?
Maybe with that, we're going to discuss it
another time
on the mystery school.
Okay.
Because we have a lot of students that we can teach about all those things. All right.
Yeah.
Those who are contributing into our ministry, so we can teach them all those things. We don't need to say all those things here, because not everybody here are capable to handle all those kind of a thing before they go and destroy themselves or they destroy their family.
That's true. So you've had it. We will teach that in the mystery school. So if you want to join in our mystery school, you have to contact us.
Because
so you can join. So that any kind of question you ask regarding spirituality will be answered to you. Because we cannot impact and give all this knowledge to people who are not in our school.
Our studies will resume.
Our studies will resume very soon. We've been on break for some time now. Shalom.
So now, oh, I forgot something that I love. Tuna fish.
Oh yeah.
Please, can you share this video, please? Share it. Everybody share the video.
So Facebook maranka hamankozo.
So Divine Mother.
Yeah.
So have I answered that question?
You have answered that question, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, my brothers and my sisters, do you have any more questions in regarding to what we have discussed earlier, before now, or what we are teaching? Please feel free to come forward with your questions. Yes, Evangelist Chiksakuneho has said something. He said, yes, that women are powerful and can destroy us, and can destroy too.
Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. That's why they are afraid of women. Mm-hmm. Brother Henry said something also. I can see.
No, Brother Henry said they are working one. Women are the first God that we need on earth. Very powerful. Women, you've had that. And a lot of women do not know the power they possess. Mm-hmm. A lot of them do not know what they have inside of them. They do not know they have abilities.
The problem is that the religion don't want to let women know the power that they have, because
yes.
they are afraid.
They put them into submission.
They are afraid of the women waking up, taking over the system. We don't have tuna fish, is it?
We do. Here. Remove this. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we have a lot. Don't want to keep on.
Okay.
Good.
You see, I'm telling him where the tuna fish is. This is really my kitchen. And he's broiling it for today. So he's going to add tuna fish to it now. You can use your tuna fish, you can use your sardine.
This is sardine.
This is sardine anyway.
Mm-hmm. So, let's move on.
Yeah. So, do we have any question before we continue? All right. So, Master Prophet, you have assured us yesterday.
Oh, are you going back again?
No, I'm not going back. I'm just reminding you.
Okay.
Because I am here to remind you of what you have said.
It looks like you're beating the drum of Biafra in my ear every minute.
Yes. Because another thing is not all about prophecy most times, but another thing is prophesizing. Another thing is coming to pass.
Coming to pass. A lot of people
It's not I have declared. 20 years have passed, we've not had anything now.
Yes.
There are prophecies that never came to pass. But so ndị amụma kwuo okwu, it won't come. They will only use one or two things to cover it up.
That God changed his mind.
But onye amụma kwuo okwu, no matter how it is, it will definitely, it must surely come to pass. It must come to reality. And it will happen. So, Master Prophet have declared that Biafra will come. And that we will win the war. Believe the words of my prophets, of your prophets, and you will prosper. That I believe. But I am here too as a reminder. Because a lot of you out there may forget, but I will not forget. I will always be here to remind him. And my Caribbean sister, Hannah Estefan, will be with me 100% to be bombarding Master Prophet for this declaration that he made concerning the coming of Biafra and the spiritual aspect of it. So, Master Prophet, you've given us your word and you have assured us.
The Bible says that the divine, the word of the divine must be accomplished, must be established. Okay? So, I said it, and you see, one thing is that I don't like coming up all the time, prophesying, saying this and that. Anytime I say something, I work towards it to bring that into pass. And any of my prophecies that don't come to pass,
it will come to pass.
So it has never happened before. So please, before we go to the devil and discuss the rest, please share the video so that your friends can join us.
Yes, we have a question from our sister Hannah Estefan.
Okay, I'm putting the pizza inside the oven. You see the way it is. You can take pictures. You see the way it is now? Can you see it clearly? So I'm putting it in the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Go for it.
Okay.
And remember to lower your oven.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Put it back to 200.
Alright, now we have a question. Our sister Hannah Estefan says, Master Prophet, I believe the universe is actually God, the creator. What's your take on that?
She's right. She has told the truth. What she said is the truth.
Yeah, you had him.
So let's move.
Yeah.
First of all, before we move, let me show the pizza. See, the pizza is in the oven. The pizza is in the oven. You can see it. Wow. It's awesome. Let me open it. I hope we're not gonna have... Wow. See the way it is? Can you see it? Can you see it?
Yeah.
It is awesome. So I'm gonna close it before the heat goes out. So we are going to go back to our sorry. So, Divine Mother,
Yeah.
I'm back to you. So, what do you have to say?
Are you done with that? Yes. I
sir.
have another good comment from our brother Henry Chike. He said all religions are dominated by men, and all their laws are intended to keep men on top of women.
That is
Yes, you're right, because I don't know what they're afraid of.
because they don't want to admit that women has power, that there's power in woman. The woman, in fact, woman, if God is like something like a human, we might be surprised if we come to realize that the God we're talking about might be a woman.
Oh, bravo, I love you. Women in the house, you've had that. I love it when women are being appreciated. Not just being appreciated, but I love it when the truth about women are spoken publicly.
Yeah.
And Master Prophet, I said thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Email.
Email.
So do we have any other question?
Let's see. Okay. So what's the next question?
Not yet. But I want to use this opportunity to welcome the people who have joined us today.
Okay, let's see them. 1 minute.
Yeah. Shalom. I want to welcome the people that have joined us in today's teaching and making pizza and other things that follows. Evangelist Chooks Akuneho, Cardinal Oko, Mayor Uchechukwu, Collins Method, Nna Okechukwu, Chukwuemeka Mike, our sister Hannah Estefan, Benson Waronia, Simon Don, Ikenna Solomon, Onya Francis, Akonya Wata, Chichi Miracle, IG Chukulota, Stan Chinanso, that is all. Shalom. Wilson Anene, Uzo Chibozo, Don Ledo, Chigozie Okochukwu, you are welcome to today's program and thank you for joining us. Yes. So, is there any other thing you want to add?
No, you're the one questioning me all along.
I know. We've just talked about what Henry said.
What did he say?
About all religions are dominated. You just threw a little light on it. You didn't say much.
Yeah, he said all religions are dominated by men. And
all their laws are intended to keep men on top of the women.
Yes, because the men don't want to realize that
they don't want to realize, or they don't want the women to realize.
They don't want the women to realize that this world are made by a woman, and the power of this world are female energy. And when you understand the female energy, the power of the female energy here on the planet Earth, then things will change. So men don't want it because if you check thousands and thousands of years, people realize that, and the women wanted to rise up, the kings and other things. They're the one who put those things down. They destroy everything because they don't want the people to know. Okay? So they don't want all those kind of stuff. So women power is something that when people begin to realize that, it looks like power will change hand. men will be run around. That means women will be the one that are going to marry men. And maybe one woman will marry two men and keep them in the house. Maybe by that time will be the end of everything, of this civilization. So one woman will go and marry like 3 or 4 men and keep them in the house. And the woman will stay home. They will go and make money and come back.
Come and bring. And tell her, Mama, I've received my salary today. Okay.
So this is the way it is.
No problem. Well, the pizza is yet to be done.
Yes.
And while we've been discussing about this and talking about it, there is still something that I need to add or I need to remind. Like I've always said, for every spiritual problems, there is a prophet meant for it or meant for that situation. Until that prophet is located, you will never find solution. So I'm not going to break it down. I have just given it because it is self-explanatory. For every declaration or every prophecy that a prophet gives, it means it's indebted to the people or to the public or to the people that he has given it to. And then again, it has to come into reality so that people will see and appreciate the works of the universe. Do you understand?
I do.
So, for every problem, that is a particular, if you like, go to this evangelist. It is not in the hands of this evangelist. It is in the hands of this prophet A or prophet B.
That saw that.
Or pastor C.
That have that revelation.
If they have that revelation or have the power for that particular problem, the spiritual problem that you are having, maybe for generations or for decades in your family. Do you understand? So, until, if you like, go to 1 million prophets, you will spend your money, spend your destiny, they will do the same prayer, do all the sacrifices. There will not be a solution to it. There will never be any solution until you meet the right prophet that is meant for that particular case or that particular situation that you are in. That is the only time you will have solution. And that is the only time you will have a peace of mind. And that is the only time that you say, yes, for 10 years I've been in pursuit. For 5 years I've been going from churches to churches, going to all sorts of all manner of places, prayer houses. Nothing has been done.
Yes. Excuse me.
But as soon as I got in contact with this particular man or this particular pastor or this particular prophet, there are changes in the atmosphere. The things that is killing me and my family have ceased.
Yes, understand.
So that is it. So for every spiritual problems, there is a prophet meant for that particular situation, meant for that particular problem to be solved. And until you locate that prophet, you will never have solution. The problems will linger until the right person, you get in touch with the right person that can deliver you from all those things that is troubling you.
It's awesome.
Yes, but I think there's a place they wrote in the Bible that is it Moses or whatever, that it took a prophet. I think it's what is this man that is son saw the wife's nakedness, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
But I can't.
I don't get the story you try to bring.
Okay, the story I'm trying to bring is about what is his name? A man that was cursed by his father.
Mm-hmm. I think this the children of Shem or whatever.
It's even Shem now.
Whatever. Yeah, go ahead. But I know the story you're talking about.
He was cursed because he saw the father's nakedness.
Yeah.
Is it Reuben?
Reuben, genau.
Reuben, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Reuben saw the father's nakedness
Mm-hmm.
and the father cursed him.
Mm-hmm.
I know that kind of curse.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is unbreakable.
Yeah.
They said it took a prophet
Mm-hmm.
after how many years
To break a generation.
to break a generational curse.
Curse. And that prophet is made for that.
For that.
particular thing.
That was why it
That
stayed.
prophet.
Because you cannot tell me there are no prophets in that time
Yes.
when all these years those things were happening.
Yes.
There are prophets.
Mm-hmm.
But it is not in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
They were not destined
Time they
Not
were
come.
not destined
for that,
that.
to handle that
to
case.
handle that case.
So no matter how they pray or kabash or do anything, just like pouring water on a stone,
Mm-hmm.
it will not have any effect
Mm-hmm.
until the appointed time comes. And the man that is meant for it
Mm-hmm.
was raised. He came and spoke, and everything ceased and things changed.
Yeah, Divine Mother, as you were saying, I just heard that very soon we're going to hear breaking news concerning the wife of Buhari. You see, all these things that we have been hearing, speculating, I prophesied about the death of Buhari, and I documented it, put date on it, put time on it.
Yeah.
And since that time, people have been seeing that man run around. And they said, is it not this man that the prophet said that is
He's
dead? Very soon, the wife of Buhari is the one that's going to validate all these things that we have been talking about. Very soon, the children of Buhari will be in a safe territory. They will be out of harm's way. They will be out of harm's way.
Mm-hmm.
And by that time, they will be able to say what transpired.
Yes.
So right now, they are in a place where they cannot
Say or voice out
voice
their
out
opinion
their opinion.
because of fear of the unknown.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, I don't want to interrupt you, so still continue.
No, go ahead. So that's what I'm trying to say. Wow. Oh.
Again.
This is Estefan is asking me, my beloved Divine Mother, how is it like to live with such a great prophet? I mean, meditation times and so forth.
Okay, so that's your question answer now. You have been interviewed by now. So,
You are interviewing me. It is wonderful. It is awesome. And I will say he is a very humble man. He helps out. It's not like the normal. He's not egocentric per se, because you can see him teaching me. I wouldn't know everything. I cook. I'm a good cook, fine, but I don't know how to make pizza. So he's teaching me. So he is down to earth. And to be honest with you, Sister Estefan, if you didn't marry me, I would have been green with envy.
Oh, come now. Come now.
I'm telling you. So I enjoy Heavenly Better, and meditation is wonderful. It relaxes the body and the soul. It takes you to different dimensions. it gives you these feelings of not seeing things the way other people see it. To take things the way it is and knowing, yes, this is how they're supposed to be. This is the way it's supposed to go. I mean, that is it. Thank you. So,
yeah, so
I can perceive the pizza. It looks as if
I brought it down so that it can
rise.
I don't
Get
want
down.
I don't want it too soft.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want it too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So, is there any more thing you want to say to them?
No. So what is your next question?
Well, I don't have much other than to say that you will continue.
Yeah, what you said before concerning, you were asking me concerning the prophecies that we made.
Yes.
And when or how it's going to come to pass. There are two things.
Okay, I think this is a good question from Brother Henry Chike. He said, now we know that religion is created to manipulate the gullible ones in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
How do we look at goodness and evil, righteousness and karma?
How do we look?
Yeah, how do we look at it? How do we see it?
You really have to see. One thing, you have to take your focus away from religion. Because if you look towards religion and you see how religion are created, you will not longer be kind to one another. Because everything we know about kindness were taught of us through religion.
Yeah.
Religion taught us how to love one another. Religion taught us how to be nice. Religion taught us how to be honest, truthful to one another. Mm-hmm. Don't kill, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. All those things were taught us by the Bible.
Yes.
So as you begin to understand that the Bible were created by the slave masters, that religion were created by your enemy, those who were killing you. You know
me, you they do me.
You know me, you they do me. But because we have seen all those things, we don't have to say, because of that, you don't need to do good, because there is karma. Still, there is righteousness. We must do right living. That is the right way of everything. This is the meaning of righteousness. You see, righteousness is religious. That is right way in everything.
Yeah.
In everything, that is the way to do it. And there is the wrong way to do it. So, because religion has failed us,
yeah,
because our politicians has failed us, that doesn't mean that we don't need to have president anymore. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't have a leader anymore, because all the leaders has been taking advantage of us.
Yeah.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just say, because of it is like this, because of you realize that the Bible were written by the slave master, because you realize that the Bible taught you everything about whatever, that because of that you will no longer do this, you will no longer do that. No, don't do that. You have to understand that is what the brother said, law of karma. Everything you do will come back to you. And there is goodness. And there is godliness. Goodness comes from godliness. That you do something good. When you do something good to your neighbor, somebody will do good to you.
Yeah.
When you put a stumbling block for the blind on the way, it will come back to you. Okay? Those things are the principles that we had even before the white man came to the land.
Yeah.
But they are the one that polluted the land. They polluted the universe. They diminished the power that we have because they brought corruption to our land. You remember there was maybe about 400-500 years in Biafran land. If a married woman goes out and cheats on the husband, something, maybe the woman will die.
Or Afetoya.
Or Afetoya.
Swollen.
Or if you go and rape
a sister.
a sister, something will happen to you.
That's true.
How did those things happen? It's because of the land were sacred. The land were sacred because people obeyed the laws of the universe. Because people walked as the divine, obeyed the laws of the universe. That's why.
And there are a lot of things that you would do to calamity will befall
Yes.
family. I'm on my age.
Yes.
Every male child there dies.
Yes. Wow. Divine Mother, we need to get the pizza out.
It's ready.
But you like it not so hard.
I don't. Yeah.
But I don't like it that way. So, you see what we're gonna do? So we're going
Get
to
mine out and then put yours back in the oven.
So we're going to dish out the food. Maybe we'll come back again, and I don't know how we're gonna do it. So, because today we're going to dish out the food.
Master Prophet said today we're gonna dish out the food. And somebody asked why I didn't dish out my food yesterday. I think it's the fault of Master Prophet because she was the man behind the camera. So that question goes to him. And while we are waiting for Master Prophet, are you done with the question of Brother Henry Chike?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay. Please hold on a second. We'll be here with you. While I'm waiting for you to come and finish the question of Brother Chike because you were still.
I'm finished with that question.
Okay, you're finished with the question. Okay. I have something that I put down now that I wanted to ask you.
Then go ahead.
The Bible was written by men,
Yes.
by the slave masters, to bend the rules to their bidding, to control the minds and the soul and the freedom of their slaves. But I want to ask, if the Bible that is written by these men or by this group of people said, "Thou shalt not kill," as the 10 Commandments, I want to ask, how come they've been killing millions and millions and millions of people through chemical weapons, killing our people? They conquered Africa. They did a whole lot of things. And they are still doing up to date because they don't want us to get independence, probably because they feel that we're not worth it. So I ask myself, what is the essence of these so-called commandments? Oh, that's yummy.
Divine Mother, the food is there.
Okay.
Let's.
No, we can do it here, no problem. So how come the commandment says, "Thou shalt not kill," and they have been killing people through chemical weapons? They've been killing a lot of people. They've been killing blacks. They made away with our treasures. They destabilized families for centuries, and they are still doing that by enslaving us mentally, not by making sure there is enmity between a black brother and this, with all these kinds of religion that was created to help them to still stay, to be on board up to this time.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
You have to understand those that wrote the Bible, really did not have the fear of the supreme in them. Because they created it to only control the slaves.
And the resources from the land.
And the resources from the land.
Enrich their own country.
To enrich themselves.
And for the betterment of their own people.
In fact, they left their country and they dwell in our own country. And now what they did was to find a way how to subject our people, how to keep our people down. Divine Mother. Yeah. The people are watching us eating.
Yeah, and yeah, go on.
Okay.
Wow. Come and join us, the pizza is ready.
Come and join us, the pizza is ready. So, the pizza is done. And it is awesome.
Yeah.
So you can see mine. It is freshly made.
Yeah. From the beginning to the end.
From the beginning to the end.
And this is mine too.
This is the one from Divine Mother.
This is how it comes out.
This is
comes
how it
out
comes
really
out.
nice.
So please share the video. So Divine Mother, I'm back.
Yes, I know.
Enjoy, Divine.
Yeah. So I want to. Are you done with what I asked you?
About what, please?
About thou shalt not kill, and yet they're still killing people up to death.
They
want us, the black people, to believe.
Not to revenge. No, they want us not to revenge. Because there was a time that they became weak and we became strong. They only have to teach us forgiveness so that we don't have to retaliate against them.
Against them.
So they taught us how to forgive so that we will not retaliate against them. This is the slave master, because they don't want you to be like them. Because without writing the Bible, our people would have revenged long time ago, years and years ago.
When they slap you, turn the cheek.
Yes, they tell you when they slap you, turn the right cheek. You understand?
Yes, I do, yeah.
That's it. And our people fall for that. Our people supposed to go and revenge and kick them out of the land. That time, the situation were easy. Now,
vengeance is of the Lord.
Vengeance is of the Lord. They are the one that killed everything in the land.
And our people bought it, they fell for it.
And they are still falling for it.
This is hard.
So, Brother Henry, come and join us. Brother Juice, Sister Estephen, Brother Williams, where are you? I want you to prepare this thing for your wife today. Okay? So you can watch the video, then you do it the way I did it.
So, you're trying to tell me again that in our time that this Biafra must come. Because I know and I believe that Biafra is closer than we imagine. But in terms of this war that we talked about, the hostility that will follow to enable us get our independence or freedom. So are we gonna have any help somehow? Or are we gonna do everything by ourselves? Do you think help is gonna come?
Our people should begin na-achụ ewu ojii mgbe oge na-erube mgbe chi na-ejibe.
Okay.
You see, when you put your trust so much solely on men, they want to disappoint you. Our people should learn how to begin getting ready, preparing. We're not going to, we're not going to say everything here.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them to kick me out again. Okay? So you know what I'm trying to say. Our people should supposed to do things ourselves. Just like as it's written in the Bible. If your enemy slap you, give your enemy the other cheek to slap you back, to slap you again. If you believe that stupidity, we will not achieve what we want to achieve. Okay?
Yeah. I'm listening.
So that's about it.
Yes. All right. Well. Okay. It's all right. I'm fine. I'll be.
So I think our people should start earlier, getting ready, preparing, equipping themselves, renewing their mind, so that when we come out, we don't fall back into slavery. You can't escape your slave master.
Yes.
And fall into the hand of another slave master. Do you know that?
Yeah.
What really happened, if you check the history of our people, we have been escaping from this slave master to fall into the hand of another slave master. We escaped the physical slavery. Finally, we fall into the spiritual one. And that spiritual one is the one that has been so painful. Because those days, people only bruise our back. And you know that you have been bruised.
Yeah.
But this one, you have been taken advantage of. And you are thanking those who are taking advantage of it. And you are sending them money to Canterbury. You are sending them gold to Rome. Still thanking them for taking advantage of you.
For ripping you off all
That
the
means
treasures and everything.
somebody raped your daughter. You went back and tell the person thank you.
And now give the person a goat.
You gave the person a goat to say I'm sorry for the pain that you went through. Somebody raped your wife. You gave the person a cow and said congratulations, I'm sorry for what you went through.
No.
You said because the Bible said we should not pay evil with evil.
With evil. So you're paying.
You see, this is what they taught us. So that's the problem. This is the mess.
We found ourselves.
We find ourselves. So, when our people, before we get to that place of hostility, our people need to transcend their mind so that we will not fall again into the hand of the enemy. so that we will not fall back, that a foreign power would then come back now and hold us bondage for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. You understand? So when our people transcend their mind, when our people are awakened, when our people come to the place of knowing, realizing, understanding who their true enemy is or are, realizing that it is religion is their enemy, that the problem why they are in the situation that they are in today is because of religion. Because you escaped from the physical chains that we wear, from the geographic place called Egypt, Kemet, Palestine. We escaped. We ran away. They still came back again and still take our children. They still come back again and we conspire with them. Sold our children willingly to them, some of them. And they still came back and said, how should we pay these people taking their children? We're not going to pay them again. We're going to take it by force.
I'm sure of what?
You see what happened? So, they left us, they kicked us away from our land, Kemet, the ancient Egypt. They took everything that we have. They kicked us out. We scattered. We ran away. We went to other places and we dwelled.
And hold on, please, don't be upset. And they still pulled a curse, which we imbibe by saying that the Egyptians you see today, you shall see no more.
The blacks.
We are still cursing ourselves because that's where we came from.
The blacks you see today, we see no more. Yes.
That's what
Today,
I meant.
do you see black people in Egypt? It is gone. It is gone. So, the slave master, they are so tricky. And they are divinely genius. They know how to manipulate the slaves. They know how to even train the slave that the slave will even give up their own offspring to the slave master. You forgot that it was days that when a slave escaped, it is the family member they will go and find that slave and bring that slave back to the slave master. They indoctrinated our people. And finally, they enshrine our culture in a book, change them, twist them, and say to you, when you grow up, you don't retaliate, you don't revenge.
Yes.
At the end of the day, we left the physical slavery in Kemet and we went through the spiritual slavery, and we are paying them. We are still paying them. People that took you away from your hometown to Caribbean. In the beginning, we were giving our children, the ones we don't like, to them. It came to pass when they were coming to take more than even taking the children of the kings.
And dethroning the king.
At the end of the day, they build churches. They ask us that we have to pay tax to Rome. You remember
and Canterbury.
To Canterbury. You remember when our people the Catholic Church used to pay money to Rome? They said...
When did it stop?
Not up to 20 years. And this is something that our people has done over 200 or 300 years.
Yes.
Imagine the resources that... And remember that by that time, they didn't have money. They were paying with golds.
Yes.
And silver. Treasures. Mineral.
Diamond.
Stones.
Limestone.
Diamond. They were sending it to Rome. People ruled you. Killed you. Destroyed you. Sold their children. Slavery. You are thanking them. And
Calling them sir.
somebody have the audacity now to claim that I am a proud Christian. You're supposed to be ashamed of yourself. Hmm?
Sister, stop it. These people are monsters. They're monsters.
And
They don't have milk of human kindness in them.
yeah, it's true.
Theirs is follow my words, don't follow my actions,
So
don't
don't
follow
follow
my
my
attitude. So don't go on my Solomon, that's what it's all about. Yeah.
So that's it. We have to let you go so that we can focus on our pizza because we still have another second round. So thank you for joining us today. In all that you are doing, in all that you are getting, get understanding.
Yes.
Because everything is understanding.
And because wisdom is the principal thing. So get
Sorry
wisdom.
for opening my mouth. So wisdom is the principal thing.
So get wisdom.
So get wisdom.
In all that you're getting, we get understanding.
In all that you're getting, get understanding.
Yes.
Remember that you have been taken advantage of. Remember that you have paid those who have raped your mother, your father, your children, your sisters, your brother. You have paid them for over 300 years.
Those who have
desecrated our land. These days, if somebody steals something in the land, in another person's farm, nothing happens. Years and years ago, go and steal yam in another person's house or farm. Go and take a goat that
does not belong to you.
That does not belong to you. These days nothing happens anymore because our land has been desecrated. Okay? Our land has been desecrated. Our people has polluted our land. We have destroyed.
And our land has lost its glory.
Our land has lost its glory.
So, and I believe that the coming of Biafra will restore that glory.
Yes, if
we are awakened.
We are awakened. If we are awakened. But if we give back our authority to those who took advantage of us, to religion, so it's going to be back to square one.
Catastrophe.
Catastrophe.
Yeah.
It's going to be catastrophe. And this time, they might force us to sign a contract that to the end of the world that they will continue to drink our oil or whatever.
It's true.
Or they will take part of our land as a
settlement.
Not only a settlement, a designated area for whatever that's, I don't want to say anything. So thank you for joining us. Please share the video. If you are just coming now, go back and watch how we started, how we start with the pizza and other things that we talked about. Divine Mother asked me a lot of things about Biafra, about this, about that. The caption we're using is helping us so that at least Facebook will keep their eyes away from us.
At least for the time being.
For the time being. Even though, you see, we're not using the same internet we used to use, or we're not in the place we used to use before. Still, it takes time before they can notify the people. Sometimes we might stay like 1 hour or 2 hours before people will be notified. People will start knowing that something happened. So please, even there is a button which you can click so that when we're online, you'll be notified. Okay, please, if you're on Facebook, please subscribe. Click the subscribe button so that when we upload any video, you can be able to watch it.
You'll be notified.
You'll be notified immediately. It took, before we started, it took over 30 minutes before people knew that we're online. So it's happening. So maybe I have to create a new account. Maybe I have to delete everything on my PC, reprogram it again, have a new IP address, have everything newly, create a new account, a new name.
But the name, unless a new name.
Yeah. Maybe they program it with the email address.
Okay.
Maybe they program it anytime they saw that email address, bam. So that's why you see that the number is still, it's not going up. So before people will know that we watch this video, it will take like 2 or 3 days.
That's true.
Normally, previously.
So that's why we devise means of when we are cooking, we use that opportunity, give it the caption, and still talk about what we wanted to talk.
Yeah.
Because it makes no sense after talking, it wouldn't go anywhere, it will not be shared. They'll block us, or they'll block us for 1 month, for 3 weeks, or thereabout.
Yeah.
So that is why Master Prophet is teaching Divine Mother how to make pizza. So Facebook pizza but we've been able to discuss and talk about and give out our teachings today. So, shalom.
Thank you. So
Please share the video.
If you are coming now, please go back and watch the video. And please share our video and subscribe. Press that place so that you will be notified.
Yes, the subscription button.
The subscription button. Thank you. Shalom.
Shalom.
Abumonye nuai, onye kambo nuwa. Abumonye, Master Prophet nechere mechichomae. Abumonye nuai, onye kambo nuwa. Abumonye, Onyamoma Yahuwa nechere mechichomae. Abumonye nuwa, onye kambo nuwa. Abumonye, Master Prophet nechere mechichomae. Abumonye nuwa, onye kambo nuwa. Abumonye, Master Prophet nechere echichoma. Abumonye nuwa, onye kambo nuwa. Abumonye, Master Prophet nechere mechichoma. Abumonye nuwa, onye kambo nuwa. Abumonye.
Sample to all my fans out there. My name is Tom Prince, aka Sample Master. I know many people will be asking the secret of my fleshness and the secret of my beauty, the secret of my happiness. Yes, I will show you today. Yes, don't go anywhere. You need to go and get Divine Mother Healing Water. That is the secret of my fleshness and the secret of my good health. Yes. With this divine Mother Healing Water, all your sickness will be over. If you are having hepatitis A, B, C, or you are having ulcer, or you are having rheumatism, or you are having heart problem, or kidney problem, liver problem, all you need to do is get Divine Mother Healing Water, and your sickness will disappear immediately. With Divine Mother Healing Water, so fantastic, so good. Your sickness will disappear. You will not complain anymore. And in case you are having chest pain, or stroke or any problem. What? I still don't go anywhere. Just flush and get my. Your stroke will disappear. Your chest problem will disappear. All the pains, all the pains you are having on your body will disappear immediately. Never forget autism or any pains on your body, because every human something to my fans out there, something to their friends, something to the whole world, and something to IPOB, something to Master Prophet Yahweh Young, something.